Good morning and welcome to Weekly Insights with John Plassard by Cité Gestion. Economic history shows that true industrial revolutions are defined less by the technology itself than by the scale of investment they unleash. In the 19th century, the railway revolution stands as the most striking example. In the UK, at the peak of the railway mania between 1845 and 1847, railway investment reached roughly 6% of GDP, an extraordinary level reflecting a massive mobilization of both public and private capital. In the US, between 1860 and 1890, railway spending also fluctuated between 3 and 6% of GDP, accounting for as much as 40% of total private investment. These sums fueled a speculative bubble, but more importantly, they built the physical infrastructure that enabled the emergence of a unified national market and a lasting acceleration in productivity. The electrification revolution offers an equally compelling parallel. Between 1900 and 1920, investment in electrical networks and industrial electrification reached between 4% and 6% of GDP across major advanced economies. Once again, a full infrastructure had to be constructed from power generation to distribution before productivity gains became fully visible. The automotive industry followed a similar trajectory in the 1920s, with combined investment in vehicles, road networks, and oil infrastructure representing around 5% of US GDP. These periods share a critical common feature. They mobilized a massive share of national economic resources, fundamentally reshaping productive structures. By contrast, current spending on artificial intelligence remains, at this stage, relatively modest. In the US, direct AI investment is estimated at between 1 and 2% of GDP, with the potential to rise toward 2 to 3% if the data center expansion cycle continues. This represents a meaningful effort, but still falls well short of the level observed during past industrial revolutions. In other words, despite the intense media attention and market enthusiasm, AI has not yet reached a phase of economic mobilization comparable to that of railroads or electrification. This gap is essential to understanding the current phase. We are likely still in the early stage of infrastructure build-out rather than at its peak. History shows that true industrial revolutions become fully visible only when investment reaches a critical mass. Today, artificial intelligence appears to be at the beginning of this process, suggesting that the investment cycle may extend over many years rather than approaching its limits in the near term. Thank you very much. Have a great week. Stay safe and keep on winning.